Well, what's going on, Cardinal Nation? Well, what a game today, and what a big come from behind win. A 9-6 come from behind win against the Cleveland Guardians in the second of three, so we're guaranteed a series win in this one. And, well, we scored first early, and then Cleveland rallied for 6 runs, and then we basically scored 8 unanswered runs to get the win. And after last night's amazing pitching performance from Sonny Gray, throwing a 89 pitch one hitter, which was the only base runner he allowed the entire game. Miles Michaelis struggled in this one, only went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, walked one, struck out 5 on only 74 pitches. So he was definitely not great. So we would take a quick and early 1-0 lead as on the very first pitch of the game, Brendan Donovan a solo home run to put us up 1-0. For Donnie, the likely All-Star, his 6th home run of the year, and so that would put us up 1-0, just one pitch in. And of course, it was on Wednesday night against the Cubs where we allowed a first pitch of the game home run. So, nice to see that get us on the board early. And it stayed 1-0 until the bottom of the fourth. A a solo home run rather, by designated hitter Kyle Manzardo to tie it up 1-1 for Manzardo, his 13th of the year, 33rd RBI to tie it up 1-1. And then Michaelis would walk veteran first baseman Carlos Santana, then an RBI and a double by Lane Thomas, and then RBI ground out by Daniel Schneemann to make it 2-1 Cleveland, and then Nolan Jones with a double to make it 3-1, and then a 2-run home run by Gabriel Arias to make it a 5-1 game for Arias, his 6th of the year, and RBIs 30 and 31. And then, after a base hit by catcher Austin Hedges, then an RBI triple by left fielder Stephen Kwan to make it 6-1. So they would bat around and would, just like that, be up 6-1. But we would be able to cut it to 6-3 in the top of the fifth. Alec Burleson a 2-run single scoring Donovan and win to make it 6-3. And then 1-2-3 fifth inning from the rookie Matt Spanson. And then in the top of the sixth, we would have 5 straight hits. Nolan Gorman an RBI single to make it 6-4. And then with the bases loaded, Victor Scott would tie it up 6-6. And then Brendan Donovan with a sac fly to put us back on top 7-6. So coming back from a 6-1 deficit, pretty amazing. A week ago today we came back from being down by 3, won that game, and Mason win with the ground out to put us up 8-6. So, I was just hoping that, even though it was only up by 2 runs, hoping that we could hang on to the lead. Steven Matz would have a 1-2-3, or actually not a 1-2-3 inning, would give up an infield hit, but a scoreless 6th inning, and then he would get 2 outs in the 7th, and then Phil Mayton would come in and do a really solid job. After striking out the first 2 in the 8th, he would then walk a batter and then give up a single and then another walks. So the bases reloaded for pinch hitter Angel Martinez, and he would strike out to keep it an 8-6 game if he had a base hit that could have likely tied the game. So and then in the top of the ninth, a huge insurance run, a solo home run by Wilson Contreras. He's had an outstanding month of June. For Contreras, his 11th of the year, 51st RBI. So that would put us up 9-6, and Ryan Helsley on the mound trying to close it out. And he would close it out for his 16th save of this season and the 100th of his career. Yeah, so 100 saves for Helsley, all with the Cardinals, and roughly about half of them were from last year alone. Almost half of them were from last year alone, where he led the league in saves. So, yeah, that's a pretty awesome milestone there for Helsley. So, but yeah, so what a comeback. And uh, the Guardians now under 500 for the first time since early April. So, uh, and yeah, this is also our first time in almost a year that we came back from 5 runs and won the game. Uh, Last time that Cleveland was up by 5 more runs and lost was May of 2023. So, yeah, this was a huge come from behind win. Very impressive. This team never gives up even though we were shut out twice. We did not strike out a lot in those games. So now I can look to go for a sweep tomorrow afternoon. It will be Matthew Liberatore in the start against left-hander Logan Allen for Cleveland before we go to Pittsburgh, take on the Pirates. So till Sunday, count us saying go Cards.